While medical device development projects are often very complex projects, so I would once again say communication is really important, especially since there's multiple chains of team members, different phases in the project where you'll interact with different people. They're often global, with multiple markets being targeted, and that can lead to a really large global team and multiple types of regulations that you need to follow. I would say the second skill needed for a medical device project manager is really understanding the regulatory landscape for these projects. Each market has their own pathways, and that needs to be considered during the project planning and execution. It really can impact your critical path. If you think about it later, adding in markets, you may find that you have to add to your overall duration in the project since you didn't consider certain parts or documentations that needed to be completed for that certain area. I'd say the third is really managing risk, both of the project and the device. There's many risks, and we can cover those in another topic. But really understanding how you can be most efficient in the project and manage what could happen will help prevent a lot of things from coming up and extending your timeline. I would say fourth is probably good stakeholder management. There's a very large group of stakeholders in a medical device management program or project, and really understanding who they all are, how they need to be communicated with, managed, and what deliverables they might have or be a part of is important. Kind of going along with that, I think, is really having a good understanding and emotional IQ and people skills to be able to understand and work with all those different stakeholders and groups. Really addressing the what's in it for me is a good way to be able to relate with your stakeholders and ensure that you're communicating properly with them, getting their buy-in for your success of your project. For example, I've seen a lot of cultural differences in communication styles that can lead to tensions in the team or stakeholders, and that can easily be solved through some of that just emotional IQ, good people skills, and kind of having a good understanding of how to work with different varied groups of people before it becomes a bigger team disruption.